Family said Jeremiah.
So as you take a look at this game, it being kind of the SEC East championship of sorts, how do y'all look at that, and how can y'all kind of use that as a motivation Saturday?
We just got to understand everything that's at risk. If we know that, I feel like we're going to prepare this week the same way we prepare every week. But there's going to be a little bit of extra fire up under us because we know, if we lose this game, then we're not playing in Atlanta, and we definitely want to go back to Atlanta this year.
How about the challenge of this defense hadn't given up 20 points in a game all year?
That's rough. Honestly, it's rough to know that. But I mean, I feel like I'm more than. I definitely have faith in our offense, so I feel like we can definitely go out and we can do what we got to do to get the job done.
Did you know coming into that Florida game that you were going to get targeted like that, and you worked on a lot of things, or just from game to game does it change?
Just game to game. Just the opportunity was there, presented itself, and I was there, able to take advantage of it.
Nada said you could kind of see this coming with you in the offseason as far as your spring and the build-up. I mean, how confident were you going to be this kind of a factor this season?
I was confident in myself, definitely. I felt like I stepped up mentally, being a vocal leader as well, being able to talk to everybody and understand everything that's going on the field. I feel like I was able to make the plays.
When we talked to you in September, you said you had changed your cell number, but it still blew up after your first TD.
I had 200 text messages after the Florida game, so I feel like that didn't really work as well as I thought it would. I told my mom I'll probably have to change it again.
You're becoming a star. What is that Kentucky? What do you know about that Kentucky defense? What have you seen so far?
I've seen that they only gave up like about 20 points to the team. So knowing that and knowing how experienced their secondary is with like the seniors and all that stuff, I know that we got to be on our A game this week as far as practice goes.
What other kind of things you feel you've done this year to put yourself in the position where you'll take advantage of the opportunities that come your way this year?
Just everything. I go about the game differently now. I'm becoming a student of the game, taking notes in meetings and things like that, understanding like different players that I have to go against and like their weaknesses and things like that. It's just things that make me better.
How hard is it to become a student of the game? It's something you played all your life. You think that was something that would come natural, but doesn't it?
It actually didn't at first, but now it's like natural to me. Just telling myself, for me to separate myself from others, like it's certain things that I have to do and be willing to do, and that's just what I have to do to get to where I am.
Jeremiah, just talking to you and Jake, like even earlier this season when y'all connected a few times, it seemed like y'all have a really good rapport. Just what kind of have y'all done to work on that and have such a good connection?
We just trust each other, honestly. We trust each other. He knows I'm capable of making plays, and I know he's capable of getting the ball somewhere in my area. And just knowing that both of us have the talent to be able to make things like that happen. So,
how much did you learn watching and practicing with Javon Wims last year?
Now they're calling
you that you're filling that role.
Yeah, I learned a lot. Me and Javon, we still talk every day. He's like one of my closest friends. He taught me a lot. I mean, I talked to him, asked him before the big games, stuff like that. What does he do? Like, how does he mentally get himself prepared for things like that? But Javon, I mean, just knowing that take advantage of every opportunity that's given to you. I know he definitely did, especially leaving out his senior year, which I was able to witness myself. Being around him, seeing he catches extra, does everything extra, stays around, watches extra film, things like that. I realized for me to be a great player, I mean, I have to make those sacrifices and do things like that.
After the game, Kirby said he talks about you. He don't say a word, you just work.
Yeah, I mean,
what kind of compliment is that to hear that from your coach?
It's just a great compliment. I mean, I really don't like you said. I don't really say a word, so I mean, it just went over my head. Just do the same thing that got me to where I am. That's really all it is to me.
You knew coming in that the Auburn game's always big, Florida's always big. LSU was kind of a new trip this year, but a lot of people are saying this is the biggest game in Kentucky's history up in Lexington. I mean, is it kind of wild that here you are it's going to be a wild atmosphere up there and playing in someone's biggest game ever? Is that kind of a wild experience for you?
I mean, I feel like they're going to give us everything they have. I mean, that's exactly what we expect out of every SEC team, though. It's not really nothing that's wowing me or anything like that. I just feel like two competitors are going to go at it Saturday.
Did you see the video of Kirby celebrating the locker room on Twitter?
I was actually right next to him, so I mean, everybody else saw it. It was new to them, but I had already saw it.
Sorry, I missed that. What are your thoughts about that when your coach is getting in the middle of it like that?
He's still learning how to dance. I mean, I'm definitely happy to see him enjoying the atmosphere and enjoying the win.
Kentucky Coach Mark Stoops did some body surfing after their win the other day against Missouri. Did you see Kirby ever doing some body surfing in the locker room?
No, I haven't seen him doing
Could you see him doing
I
that?
don't believe he's that type of guy.
What does that do for the players though when they see their head coach doing like that?
Just like it just brings everybody up. Just knowing like wins like that, and knowing like he still has faith in the team and stuff like that, and being able to be around us and be around him, seeing him that happy, it gives us a lot of hope.
Obviously, y'all won 4 touchdowns, but when y'all have a guy like Rod, that can come through for you in the clutch, how much confidence does that give you?
A lot of confidence. I mean, Rod is always dialed in. He's always ready. We know as long as we get to his target goal, which I feel like is anywhere on the field at this point, as long as we get around there, I feel like he can make things happen for us, put points on the board.
Your quarterback for this game is the offensive player of the week for his performance on Saturday. How big was it for him to have that kind of performance after the game he had at LSU?
He wasn't really trying to impress anybody. He just came out and the pieces just fell together. We worked really hard in the offseason. Well, not offseason, but the bye week, the off week. And we just felt like we needed to step up the offense. So everyone on the offense really gave a little extra effort, and it just opened it up. I mean, a lot of people just gonna say what he did wrong, like the offensive was not really playing as good as we should have. He stepped up this past week.
How do you keep the edge when you're such a heavy favorite? I mean, Kentucky's got the whole shock the world thing going, and they beat 2 teams as a double-digit underdog. How do you guys keep the hunter mentality and the edge when everybody's expecting you to go in there and beat them by 2 touchdowns?
I mean, we don't really pay attention to everything outside. The upsets happen all the time. All types of things happen all the time. So we just always gotta remain humble and do the things that we have to do to become victorious.
Did that LSU game maybe serve that role? I know Jake said after the game that you guys were humble. Do you think that kind of served the role, kind of got everybody back?
Yeah, I feel like we definitely needed that game. We weren't playing the way we could play, and I feel like it made us step up and realize for us to get to where we were last year and things like that, we had to pick up our play.
This is a different sort of spot for Kentucky to be in. What are you expecting to be there in Lexington when you guys hit the field?
Everything. I feel like they're going to give us everything they have, so we just got to be prepared for all of it.
Even after Saturday, it seemed like there was still kind of some questioning on the outside of Jim Chaney and the play calling. So how would you respond to that, I guess?
He does everything he's supposed to do. As long as we got the win, it's not really about who does what or what happens and things like that. It's some stuff we could clean up. I'm sure we'll watch over tape today and things like that. But people are going to question you. That just comes with the game.
Second touchdown you scored, it looked like such a difficult catch, watching it over and over. Is that something that's been practiced over and over? The window just seems so tight.
Yeah, like I said, we practice it all the time, and he just trusted me, and I trusted to know that the ball would be there by the time I snapped my head around. And I got long arms, so I just reached straight back and saw the ball and had to make a play on it.
Kirby mentioned the running backs getting credit with dog yards for yards after contact and stuff like that. Do the receivers get in on that at all? Do y'all get a chance?
Not really. We don't really get that, but we definitely try to get the yards at the contact. We're not as strong as them, but we still try.
I guess how much does stuff like that, whether you have an official statistic or not, play into the physical mentality you got to close on?
We talk about being physical and all the time. So every time a ball carrier has the ball, all they're thinking about is fight for extra yards, get as much as you can. So knowing that we do that, I just feel like that shows how physical we are.
Is there a receiver you grew up following and tried to emulate when you were younger?
Not really. I love Julio, of course. He's the favorite. I didn't really, grow up watching him because he wasn't out yet. So.
It seems like the offensive line is shuffling freshmen in and out all year. What have you seen from those guys getting ready to come in when a guy like Andrew Thomas goes down and not really miss a beat?
We rotated in practice, so they all know that they're capable of going out and making plays and stuff like that in case anything would ever happen. So I feel like they all trust what they're able to do, and people around them trust their abilities as well.
So just how much do those reps help in practice? Getting the chance to work with the first team in summer practice.
It helps a lot. Being out there and then getting a chance to go against our first team defense, I feel like that's a very talented group of people. So they sharpen us all the time. They beat you. You're like, all right, what can I do to fix that? And I feel like that's something the next man will have to do as well. The next team.
Did anything change at Florida? It seemed like celebration.
We just had fun.
Enjoying it. It was y'all did that last year.
That's a big difference. Last year we were having a lot of fun with everything we were doing. We told each other we made emphasis on that, especially the offense. So we were like, no matter what happens, we just gotta have fun with everything that's going on out here. So that's really one of the big emphasis that we have.